Hello, I'm Andy Swinsko of the Courtyard Dairy at Settle. Today we're off to visit Graham Kirkham at Goosenar near Preston to select out some special batches of Kirkham's Lancashire cheese to bring back and sell in the shop. Graham Kirkham of the famous Mrs. Kirkham's Lancashire cheese. How did you end up making cheese?
How did I start making cheese? I don't know, I've always been involved, I've always been around the farm, haven't I? You know, I was born and bred on this place, Beasley's farm. So I've always been involved in farming, and then when my mum started making cheese, 30 odd years ago now, I'd be about 5 or 6 maybe. I remember the first day she started making cheese, so I mean, you know, I've always been around cheese, it's always been there. I've always kind of helped out at weekends, even though when I left school I didn't work here full time. At weekends and holidays and things like that, I've always been here, I've always been around it. So I think it was just like a gradual process really. I kind of like, don't know what it is, I got like drawn back into it, I don't know. Sucked back into the family business really.
And then so how many cows do you farm nowadays?
We're farming today with milk to 92 cows. Straight out of the milking parlour into a bulk tank, so the evening's milk is stored about 10 or 11 degrees overnight. You want a little bit of activity. And then the morning's milk goes straight in, warm, and that goes straight into the cheese vat and we start making cheese. We look back at what they used to do, what my grandma used to do, and what they did even before then, and how did they make Lancashire cheese, and what do modern dairies do now. And we've sort of turned the clock back really, or we try to. We try and stick to our roots, and we try and make, you know, as traditional and as what's the right word? Traditional and as territorial and true to what it should be. That's how I feel our cheese is, or that's what I try and achieve anyway. We use Holstein Friesians. We try and breed more on the Friesian side. Reason again is we're not after huge milk volumes. We've looked at high milk volumes, and when you get high milk volumes, the quality of your milk drops a little bit. Lower volume, more quality. So that's the style of cow we're using. The most important thing is flavour. That's the most important thing, I think, really. But then again, you know, we try and say it's this traditional package, don't we? It's this, you know, territory. It's you know, it's true to what it is. So it's raw milk. It's unpasteurised. Small amount of starter culture. Cloth bound. So you know, rather than being waxed, it's cloth and then butter on the outside. That again is a very old traditional thing. And that's it really. You know, you've got your, you know, it's basic really. You've got milk, salt, starter culture, and rennet. So you've only got 4 ingredients in the cheese. Yeah. Nothing else. So I mean, yeah, you know, I think us trying to stay true to the traditional Lancashire is what makes it, or be really true to it, is what makes it stand out. So this was made on the 17th of November. So what we're looking for is exactly that really. We're looking for that nice autumn texture, nice light and fluffy. It's not bored tightly, it's sort of stood up on the iron, which is a good indication the texture is really good. There's a slight smear of cheese on the back, which indicates the curd's broken down, it's quite creamy, so that's another good sign. The last thing now is to try it. And flavour's right. It's loads of flavour. It's rich. It's creamy. Quite big flavours in the middle. Leaves a lovely tangy mellow flavour at the end. It's Kirkham's Lancashire.
So this is one of the special batches we picked out when we were down with Graham Kirkham. It was made on the 17th of February. We thought that day was really special. Really buttery, nice and fluffy, light texture. So we brought it back to the shop, aged it here for an extra couple of months, and it's now absolutely perfect. It's Kirkham's Lancashire, but that little bit extra special. So this is a traditional way to split Lancashire. Just So we've just taken off the traditional cloth that was buttered on, which helped form the natural rind. And now we're going to split the Lancashire in the traditional way so you can see that great texture. That's buttery with that gentle tang. It's a really special batch of Kirkham's Lancashire.